Rise of the Kente Warriors. Setting: in the mystical land of Kente, a vibrant realm rich in color and culture, ancient spirits protect the lush forests and majestic mountains. However, dark forces are stirring, threatening to plunge Kente into chaos. Legends speak of Nehuru, a sorcerer who seeks to drain the land of its magic and enslave its people. Characters: 1. Zuri, the courageous leader of the Kente warriors, embodying strength and compassion. Haunted by nightmares of destruction, she feels the weight of her destiny. 2. Kofi, a skilled warrior with the power to summon and manipulate plants. He has a hidden fear of the dark creatures lurking in the forest. 3. Amma, the wise healer of the group, deeply connected to ancestral spirits. Her knowledge of magic and healing is crucial, but she carries the burden of her painful past. 4. Jabari, Zuri's reckless younger brother, eager to prove himself as a warrior but often acting without thinking. His heart is pure, and his loyalty is unwavering. 5. Moko, a mystical dove and Zuri's spirit guide, capable of transforming into a powerful eagle, embodying wisdom and freedom. Plot summary: Act 1. The Gathering Storm. The story begins with Zuri waking from a nightmare filled with swirling shadows and anguished cries. The images haunt her, a world engulfed in flames, her people crying out for help. Zuri's dreams have always been vivid, but lately they've been dark and foreboding, filled with visions of Nehuru's return. In the village square, preparations are underway for the annual Festival of Colors, celebrating their ancestors. The air is filled with laughter and music, but Zuri's heart is heavy. She gathers the Kente warriors, her loyal friends, under the ancient baobab tree. Moko appeared to me in a dream, Zuri tells them, her voice steady despite the tremor in her heart. Darkness is approaching. We must prepare ourselves. Kofi, his brow furrowed, replies, "But how do we fight shadows that can steal our very essence?" Just then, a storm brews overhead, casting a dark shadow over the festival. The joyous sounds of drums and laughter fade, replaced by eerie silence. Suddenly, the winds howl and Moko appears, flapping her wings frantically. "The spirits are restless," she coos. "We must act quickly." The warriors feel the weight of her words. As they prepare for their journey, the village elder approaches Zuri, placing a beaded necklace around her neck, a symbol of protection from their ancestors. "Remember, Zuri," he says, his voice low, "the path to victory lies in unity. You carry our hopes." Act 2. Into the Haunted Woods. As they enter the haunted woods, an unsettling stillness envelops them. The vibrant colors of Kentia seem muted, shadows stretch unnaturally, and whispers echo through the trees. Jabari, eager to prove his worth, races ahead, laughing. "Come on, don't be scared. There's nothing here." But Zuri's heart races, sensing danger. "Jabari, wait," she calls, but it's too late. He disappears into the thicket, the laughter fading into silence. "Stay close," Zuri instructs the others. "We must stick together." As they venture deeper, the air thickens with tension. Suddenly, dark figures emerge, shadows of the past. Dark creatures form from the souls Nehuru has stolen. The shadows are wraith-like, their hollow eyes filled with sorrow. Zuri feels a shiver down her spine. "They're not just monsters, they were once our people." Kofi gasps, realization dawning. Without warning, the shadows lunge at them, howling with a mix of despair and rage. The warriors draw their weapons, and chaos erupts. Zuri channels her ancestors' strength, her voice rising above the clamor, commanding the warriors to fight. "Stand together. Protect one another." Kofi, fueled by desperation, summons vines from the ground, wrapping them around the nearest shadow. It shrieks, but the creature breaks free, lunging at Kofi. Just as it reaches him, Jabari, having returned, throws himself in the creature's path, pushing Kofi aside. The shadow dissipates, but Jabari is knocked back, hitting a tree with a sickening thud. "Jabari!" Zuri screams, rushing to her brother. He lies unconscious, and she feels a pang of fear and guilt. "We have to move quickly," she urges, shaking him awake. Act 3. The Fortress of Darkness. They press on, Kofi helping Jabari walk as they navigate the dark forest. As night falls, the shadows grow bolder, and the warriors find themselves besieged. The very trees seem to shift, closing in around them. Suddenly, Amma begins to chant softly, calling upon the ancestral spirits for protection. The shadows halt, momentarily confused by her magic. "We need to reach Nehuru's fortress before dawn," or we may not survive the night, she warns, her eyes reflecting determination. They finally arrive at Nahuru's fortress, a towering structure built from twisted roots and dark stone, surrounded by swirling mists. The fortress radiates malevolence, and a chilling wind blows through the air, sending shivers down their spines. Zuri takes a deep breath, steeling herself for what lies ahead. Inside the fortress, the atmosphere shifts. Dark magic fills the air, thick and oppressive. Shadows swirl, creating illusions that prey on their fears. Kofi finds himself in a nightmarish vision. He's trapped in a forest filled with the dark creatures that haunt his dreams, their whispers echoing, taunting him. "Fight it!" Zuri shouts, her voice piercing through the illusion. "Remember who you are." With Zuri's encouragement, Kofi breaks free from the spell, and they continue deeper into the fortress. They soon discover a chamber filled with captured spirits, their faces twisted in agony. Zuri's heart aches as she recognizes some of them as villagers who went missing. "This must end now," she vows, her voice resolute. Act 4, the final battle. As they confront Nahuru, he stands cloaked in darkness, his eyes glowing with malice. "You think you can defeat me? I am eternal," he bellows, his voice reverberating through the chamber. Zuri steps forward, defiance shining in her eyes. "We fight for our land, our people, and the spirits you've tormented." With a flick of his wrist, Nahuru sends waves of darkness at them, and the warriors brace themselves. Amma raises her hands, calling upon the spirits for protection, creating a barrier that absorbs the dark energy. The battle is fierce, shadows attack from every direction. Jabari, fueled by determination, fights alongside Zuri, wielding his spear with newfound skill. Kofi summons roots and vines, entangling the shadows, while Moko swoops down, distracting Nahuru long enough for Zuri to strike a powerful blow. Together, Zuri yells, her voice echoing. The warriors unite their powers, channeling energy from the spirits of Kente. Light bursts forth, illuminating the chamber and banishing the shadows. Nahuru screams in fury as his dark magic begins to crumble around him. "Your reign of terror ends here," Zuri declares, her determination unwavering. With a final surge of power, they unleash a wave of light that envelops Nahuru, who thrashes in despair before being consumed by the light. Act 5. Redemption and Healing. As the darkness fades, the captured spirits are released, swirling around the warriors in a brilliant display of color and light. Zuri feels the presence of her ancestors, their energy enveloping her. In the aftermath, they gather to honor the freed spirits. The villagers express gratitude, and Zuri realizes that they must continue to protect Kentea and honor the spirits that guide them. Epilogue: the celebration of renewal. The story concludes with the Kente warriors returning to their village, greeted with cheers and celebration. They share stories of their bravery, healing the wounds inflicted by Nahuru's darkness. Zuri stands alongside her friends, feeling a sense of unity and purpose. "We will always protect Kentea and our people," she promises, looking at her brother, who has learned the value of teamwork. As the festival begins, Moko perches on Zuri's shoulder, representing their connection to the spirit world. They celebrate their victory, knowing that while darkness may return, they have the strength to rise again. The camera pans out, revealing the vibrant colors of Kentea under a bright sky, a land forever intertwined with the stories of its people and the spirits that guide them.
On the depths of a dream, shadows rise. I see the flames burning the skies. A land of peril, voices scream, but we are the warriors. We fight for the dream. Rise, rise, the Kente warriors call. From the darkened woods we stand tall. United in the storm, we will not fall. For Kentea's heart beats in our soul. Silent trees, whispers in the air. Jabari runs ahead without a care. Shadows creep, we must beware. The spirits of the past, caught in despair. Zuri calls, we must stay strong. For we've carried this burden far too long. I must chant, the spirits heed. Kofi's vines rise in their time of need. Rise, rise, the Kente warriors call. Through the darkened woods we stand tall. United in the storm, we will not fall. For Kentea's heart beats in our soul. Zuri carried this burden far too long. I must chant, the spirits heed. Kofi's vines rise in the time of need. Rise, rise, the Kente warriors call. From the darkened woods we stand tall. United in the storm, we will not fall. For Kente's heart beats in our soul. In the forest dark, Jabari stands, fearless, spear firm in his hands. A shadow lunges, he takes the blow. Before his brother, he'll never let go. Now we enter Ihu's lair. Twisted roots and darkened air. Faces of the lost, trapped in despair. But we're stronger together, we're prepared. Suri cries, for the land we love, we fight. On my chance that the spirits ignite. Kofi calls the vines to strike. Jabari's spear cuts through the night. Rise, rise, the Kente warriors call. From the darkened woods we stand tall. United in the storm, we will not fall. For Kente's heart beats in our soul. Moon falls, light consumes the dark. From Zuri's hands, a burning spark. With the spirits by our side, we reclaim our home, our power, and our name. Rise, rise, the Kente warriors call. From the darkened woods we stand tall. United in the storm, we will not fall. For Kente's heart beats in our soul.